I guess their ass.
Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here from NFL Red Zone, and you're watching the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. 1 hour of commercial-free podcasting starts now. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Super Fantasy Bros podcast, brought to you in partnership with the Old City Sports Network. We are now headed into week 5. We have a good sample size of games at this point, so if you were considering making some moves, making some trades, definitely start thinking about that. Start actually making those moves. It's time to get them going. It's starting to get a little bit into crunch time. It's like we're in the heart of the season. It feels like, all right, we still have a lot of time left, but we're going to get towards playoffs sooner rather than later. So exactly, time is flying. But today we will be doing some cap or no cap. Break down some of our rankings with some starts and sits. We'll do our game picks as well and wrap up with some Q&A and trivia with Q as always. And as you can tell, Matt is not here also. Unfortunately, Matt will be back next week.
He'll be back?
I think you did say
unfortunately. I meant unfortunately he's not here today. My bad. Either way, Matt will be back next week. He's on vacation this week, and we're looking forward to getting him back. Also, throughout this episode, feel free to drop questions in the chat. We will make sure to answer them. All right, let's get into it. Let's do some cap or no cap, starting with Jonathan Taylor out with an injury for tomorrow's game. Nyheim Hines becomes a top 25 play. Cap or no cap?
Cap.
I have
Huge
about 28.
cap. I saw that Philip Lindsay might get the bulk of the work.
Philip Lindsay.
Revenge game.
Oh my God.
Revenge game.
No.
Philip Lindsay anytime touchdown. Lock it.
Stop. I'm not touching Philip Lindsay with a 10-foot pole. I don't care about the revenge game. Colts are scary. The O-line's scary. JT can't get more than 2 yards per carry. So I'm not trusting Philip Lindsay to get 1 yard per carry.
I must say, Q, that is a nice hoodie you got on.
It's like the same one as yours.
I'm pretty sure it is. Nike, John?
Yeah.
All right.
Matching fellas. Love to see it. I didn't get the memo, apparently. But Nyheim Hines, definitely cap, not a top 25 play, but obviously if you have JT and you're looking to plug someone in, he is a decent option. Next one here, Nick Chubb should be ranked as the number 1 running back this week against the bottom 5 Chargers run defense. Cap or no cap?
Cap.
No cap.
I have Saquon at 1.
No cap. Chubb number 1.
Chubb elite.
I just
Packers
think
run
Saquon has more
defense has been
upside.
pretty good. Think that's who Saquon's playing, correct?
Saquon could be the quarterback. Daniel Jones is out.
That would
Probably
be
not,
absolutely
but
outrageous.
There were 2 plays when he was literally the quarterback, but he ran.
Fantasy Pros does have Saquon at 1 versus Green Bay.
Well, they're capping. Packers are a top 10 run defense against running backs. Give me Chubb this week. Either way, we're splitting hairs. Those are the top 2 guys this week for sure. Let's move on to the next one. James Robinson is a top 10 running back play this week against the Houston Texans run defense. Cap or no cap?
This week. Every week. I'm lying.
All right.
I'm lying. Definitely not against the Eagles. That was bad. No cap. I'm a J-Rob fan. A little bit of bias here.
I have him at 12.
Sleep.
So, I'm still giving him his respect.
Fantasy Pros has him top 10. Number 10.
I got him at 9.
Let's go. Over Mixon?
No.
I know.
Mixon's at 6.
Same.
J-Rob at 9. I am confident in J-Rob this week for sure. Next one. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard should both be left on benches this week if you have a better option against the Rams. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
I don't know what better options you'd have.
Yeah,
Maybe
you might
if you
be
got
stuck starting them. But
if you got lucky drafting Miles Sanders, then obviously you start him over both. But it has to be a guy like that, where like a guy where you just drafted and then they ended up being a lot better than both. Like maybe Breece Hall or someone you drafted later. But yeah, I think I'm steering away.
That's insane that Zeke is almost number 30. They have him at 29.
yeah, That is insane. I
Who
think I
would've
have
thunk
him
it?
around there as well.
He's
I have
washed.
him at 28. So, yeah, I think it's also the matchup that I'm taking into account as well. I think the Rams are number 1 against running backs this year. So
I never thought I would see the day that Devin Singletary is over Zeke.
I didn't put him over him. I do have
Good.
Melv over him, though, and Ramondre Stevenson. So,
That's insane.
There are a
Still-
lot of things this year that I thought I would never see, and I'm seeing.
yeah,
Weird year.
definitely a weird year. We do have Matt in the chat. Welcome, Matt, to the pod. Although, obviously, you're not here with us. Happy to have you. He'll be making his picks in the chat with us as we get into that later. But let's continue with this. Moving on to some wide receivers. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are the most elite fantasy wide receiver duo this season, ahead of Jamar and Higgins. Cap or no cap?
Come
No.
on, man.
That's cap.
I don't
I still think it's always one or the other. And they're lucky that Chris Godwin isn't healthy, because I would say Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are better than both of those duos. But since they're not, I'll take Jamar and Higgins.
I'm saying no cap. I think
Bro, I think
Waddle
this
and
is just
Tyreek
preference.
are rock
Sorry, go
solid
ahead.
right now. But yeah, it is definitely comes down to preference.
But no Tua right now. They both could fall off.
Tua
I
could be
didn't think
back.
of that. I didn't think of that easily. Okay. I'm easily taking Jamar and T then.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I think Tua will be back sooner rather than later. I hope, as long as he
He
is
might
good. to
retire.
I
go.
hope not, bro. He needs like.
Well,
There's
I mean,
a-
I hope for like actually back, not like forced back.
All right.
You know what I mean? I hope he's healthy all the way around.
He could retire.
Matt said Smitty and AJ. He's wiling out.
Wilding.
Maybe one day.
Next one, Curtis Samuel has fully surpassed Terry McLaurin as the wide receiver 1 in Washington. Cap or no cap?
No, he hasn't fully surpassed him, but I have him ranked above Terry this week, so he did surpass him. So that is no cap.
I'll say no cap too. I mean, how long can you stick up for Terry?
Yeah, you're right. I'm saying no cap also. I did put Curtis Samuel ahead of him also. So first time I'm doing that. I'm just liking the more volume that's going towards Curtis Samuel right now. And as you see on screen, Little Kev said, YouTube gang, we are live on all platforms, not
You
just
think
Twitch
he has every
now.
tab open?
He's got us open on every tab because Little Kev is the realest number 1 fan. All right. As long as Chris Godwin is healthy, he needs to be considered a top 20 wide receiver on a weekly basis. Cap or no cap?
Cap. I don't think he needs to be. I think he can be for sure, but I don't.
I want him to be healthy for a full game.
A full
Then
couple
he would-
games.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I said. I said as long as he's healthy.
Oh, yeah. If he's fully healthy, I'd consider him top 20.
What about
Every-
Julio though? Q.
Julio stinks. No cap.
Julio,
He-
dude. Are you,
He got hurt again. So I can't defend him if he's going to keep getting hurt.
He's washed. I'm sorry.
It's just
All
a
right,
little
He's
hold on,
brittle.
making
me-
the case for the
Just
for
a
the
little
comeback.
brittle.
Although we
Mm,
did say excluding injury, so
He still may have more points than Darnell Mooney.
cap, no way.
all right, I'll say no cap too, considering that the wide receiver 20 this week is Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, he stinks.
So if that's it's like around the 20s is like Deontay, Drake London, Olave, Brandon Cooks. So yeah, I
Yeah.
put Godwin over them. Top 20.
I
Top
think
20 every week.
I ranked Godwin at 20 this week, so works for me. All right. What is next here on the list? Zach Ertz should be considered a weekly top 5 play at tight end moving forward. Cap or no cap?
Only because the tight ends aren't that great. But just like Hollywood, I think when D Hop comes back, that there's going to be some sort of downgrade. But he did pretty well last year. I don't know how much he played with D Hop. Maybe a couple weeks. But just because of the bad tight ends that are there, I would put him top 6. So cap. Because I would be
Saying
putting
no
him at
cap.
6.
Who are you putting over Zach Ertz right now? Top 5.
Kelsey, Andrews, Hawkinson.
Hawk is back, top 5. 1 week pulled you all the way back in.
Yes. Higbee.
Higbee!
and-
I don't know. Higbee is hot right now, but I don't know.
well, for this week, I guess come back to me on the rest of season.
I have Ertz at
I
3
might-
this week.
I
so.
still might have Higbee above him rest of the season. Outside of Cooper Cup on that team, It's Tyler Higbee.
I have Higbee at 5 this week, Ertz at 3. I do think they are both arguable for top 5, at least for this week. But either way, I like Ertz as a top 5 tight end most weeks moving forward. But yes, there obviously could change a bit with D-Hop coming back. All right, let's get into a little bit more rankings focused of our own rankings without the cap or no cap. Bigger questions. Where did we rank Jared Goff and Geno Smith after their huge games this past week?
Both inside the top 16, but that's just because Geno's at 16 and I've got Goff at 13.
Goff 14, Geno 16, so I'm in the same boat.
Y'all are some haters on Goff.
Yeah, maybe I do have some names ahead of him, but I still have Russell Wilson ahead of him. He showed some promise last week, so I'm hopeful that continues on Thursday night. And I have Kirk ahead of him, reluctantly, but the Bears' passing defense is not that scary either.
You have Stafford over him?
I do not. I have Staff at 15 in between.
I have Stafford
Lawrence
behind
over him?
both of them.
Trevor
Trevor.
Lawrence, I do, yeah.
All right.
Got Trevor Lawrence at
All right.
11 this week. I'm all in on Trev this week.
I also have Teddy above Geno, at least just Geno, but
I don't have Teddy that high. I have Teddy at 19.
he still has good weapons.
Teddy two gloves.
Teddy,
Terry.
2 gloves. How about Matt Stafford, as we just hinted at? Are we fully avoiding him this week? I have him at 15. Like I mentioned, I would take Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, those guys over him this week for sure.
I'm definitely avoiding him 100%. I'm like, would you guys start Jared Goff?
Mm-hmm. I start Carson Wentz over him. And
Derek Carr?
Yes. Derek Carr at 9.
Yeah, I'm starting Derek Carr over him. Wentz,
I don't know.
Wentz is tough. I don't know if I can trust Wentz at all.
Well, Titans D is bad against wide receivers, so Wentz should be good if he throws the ball to their receivers. I don't know how low I would go though. Maybe like Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson against the
I would not.
Dolphins.
Dolphins
Geno
are
over him?
not that great.
Geno over him, yeah.
I have Geno at 16. I have Staff at 15. I would not be mad about it. They're pretty much right next to each other.
All right.
Would have never imagined this last year,
No.
considering starting Geno Smith over Stafford.
Yeah. Absolutely insane, to say the
It's okay
least.
though. Cooper Kupp will be fine somehow.
Yeah.
And Higbee.
Stafford, 6 points.
And
Yeah,
he
Higbee.
added Higbee to the mix and
And
like
he's still scoring 6 points.
and he's still doing real bad, bro. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Next one here. Josh Jacobs had a huge game last week. How high did he move up in your rankings for week 5 against the Chiefs?
I have him at 14. So that's pretty high from where I usually rank him, which is like 20 or 18.
Yeah, I have
Fantasy
him at
Pros.
13.
Sorry. Yep. That's where Fantasy Pros has him. I don't hate it. Right?
You like it, T-Guts? You
I
like it?
like it. I do like it. Like my thing is that like they finally won a game and it like this is how they did it. Why not do it? Like why not keep doing it?
Yeah.
And Fournette didn't have like the best rushing day last Sunday night against them, but clearly Josh Jacobs is getting a little involved in the passing game as well, so he can at least be used there. But I think their line is a lot more healthier than the Bucs line, so he should be good. Chiefs defense isn't that good. They are improved from last year though.
Yeah, I would agree with that also. Miles Sanders, same thing. Really big game last week. Did he climb your rankings this week also?
13.
Oh, so we just flip-flopped. I think I have Sanders at 14 against Arizona.
Still pretty high.
Yeah, much higher than I'm used to. I think starting the season, he was around probably 25,
Yeah.
and he slowly climbed his way up. He's been pretty consistent. I'm trusting Miles Sanders as an RB2 at this point.
As long as
So
he keeps
am
getting
I.
the touches, that O-line is going to be helping him get yards. So that's all he needs
Yeah.
is the touches.
Now, someone maybe we aren't trusting, Najee Harris this week at the Bills. Where did you rank him?
21.
Yeah, I
That's
have him at 18, and I don't even feel good about him where I have him. Like, you're probably still starting him just because he's Najee Harris, but
Drafted him first round.
it's scary. Scary
Fantasy
Alex.
Pros has him at 17, and that in my book is way too high.
Yeah, I have him at 18, and I still feel like I could move him down a few spots. I'm nervous, especially against the Bills defense as well. They've been very solid against the run. So,
Yeah, no, thank you. I like if I am a Najee owner, I'm like,
You don't
It's
want to sell.
tough.
You don't want to sell low, but it's just a tough week. You might just be
No,
stuck
no, no.
starting him or
Yeah,
benching him.
I'm definitely probably benching him. Like,
Are you risking like who are you considering starting over him? Like obviously
Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson, I would consider that. That's fair. That's definitely a fair point. What if you had someone like
Melv?
let's say Naheem Hines on Thursday?
No.
Melv, yes, you would.
Melv is tough. Like, I'd spend a couple minutes just looking at my phone, zoned out, thinking.
Yeah, that's definitely tough. Question in the chat here. Start 3 full PPR. CeeDee Lamb, Terry, Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, and Gabe Davis.
Easily Mike Williams.
Easy CD.
Yeah,
What?
easily CD. I was going
And
from the back.
Lockett.
Yes.
CD, Lockett, Mike Will. Lock it in.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think my rankings even agree with that as well. Yes. Yeah, I have CD at 11, Mike Will at 18, and then I have Lockett at 29, actually. But he is ahead of Terry. I have Terry at 30.
Gabe Davis fooled us.
And I have Gabe Davis at 40. So that's who I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with that. All right. Next one here is Jets wide receivers. Moving on to some wide receiver talk. Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis. How did you rank these three? Is Elijah Moore now the third of the three?
He's definitely the third.
I still have Corey Davis as the third, but it's close.
But so on the season, who's higher right now?
Definitely
Probably Corey.
Yeah. So
by far.
I have no reason to think that that's not going to continue.
I'm going to give one more game back with Zach Wilson to see what exactly happens here. But obviously Corey Davis looked good with Zach Wilson. But I do still have, I think both of them are risky flex plays, Corey Davis and Elijah Moore, whereas Garrett Wilson's more of a solid flex play for me this week.
Yep.
I have them ranked. He's the one I'd still would lean towards with the most upside and a little bit of trust there. All right. Next one here is, what are we doing with Amari Cooper this week? Is he still a top 25 play for the upside that we saw in weeks 2 and 3?
He probably has that upside, but I have him at 33. I'm treating him how I would treat DJ Moore, so I'm probably not starting him. There has to be a better. You have to have a better option than him.
At least with Amari Cooper, we've seen big games this year. DJ Moore, we've seen mid games and then bad games. So I do have Cooper 27, not top 25, but I do think he's still a decent flex option to throw out there.
Would you start Coop? Say like a flex, a Coop or Naheem Hines?
Coop.
I'd still
Easily
go
Coop.
Coop there.
Okay.
Yeah. Naheem Hines, he might have a decent floor this week, but I'm just, that offense is scaring me right now.
It should.
How did you rank Alan Lazard and Romeo Doubs this week? Do you have them both as top 40 plays?
Nope. Lazard just outside top 40, 42, and Doubs at 36.
I got Lazard at 37, Doubs 39. I think I've hopped off the Alan Lazard hate train, and I've hopped on he might be a mid wide receiver.
Well, Fantasy Pros says that you're both asleep because they got Mr. Romeo at 30 and Lazard at 31.
Jesus.
They took the cop out.
Yeah,
30 and 31.
That is a cop out, and that's
doesn't
high.
count. Doesn't count.
That's high. They still might have some injuries being accounted for. I did try to rank the guys that are hurt, like Michael Thomas and whatnot. So pushed a few of the guys down. But either way, they're both flex options.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers has been one of the best quarterbacks this year passing to wide receivers. So weirdly enough, he's been accurate when he's thrown to them, even though they're not that good. They are still showing up for him. Next one, is DJ Moore still a startable wide receiver, as we talked about? What are you doing with him after somewhat of a bounce back last week? I think he did end up having 11 targets, so the volume finally came, but I still think he only had like 12 points.
No, I don't think he's a startable receiver. I truly don't.
Baker. Thanks, Baker.
I agree.
If I own him, I'm benching him.
Yeah.
Or
I think you're waiting to see more.
easily waiting. And like, I don't know. I never liked them, so like I'm sure you guys are hurt, but like this is just like an I told you so type thing for me. So I'm not upset about it.
He was
When you
rock
start-
solid for the last 3 years as a wide receiver 2, and this year it's just completely the opposite. He's wide receiver 51 on the season. The consistency that we've seen has not been there, and I blame Baker.
It sucks that even if the quarterback that comes off IR comes back, it's Sam Darnold. So which is not much of an upgrade. He has nothing to look forward to.
Yeah. It was a quarterback carousel last year, and somehow he still finished as a top 20-ish wide receiver. So I don't know what's happening, but I have to blame Baker, and it's just not pretty. Leave him on your bench this week until we see something promising.
DJ Moore and Terry McLaurin are two phonies.
They are phonies.
I don't like either of them. I've never owned either of them. Never wanted either of them. I'm sorry. I'm just ranting. I don't like either of them.
I like DJ Moore. I'm still a believer in the talent. Best quarterback he's played with is trash. So get him a real quarterback.
Go to KC.
Let's play. Who would you start? Kyle Pitts versus a few of the tight ends out there this
This is
week.
a fun game.
Kyle Pitts or Tyler Higbee?
Higbee.
Easy for me. Kyle Pitts or George Kittle?
They're both in like the same situation, but I have Kittle ranked higher, so I'll go Kittle.
I'm in the same boat. I also have Kittle ranked higher as well. Kyle Pitts or Gerald Everett?
Gerald Everett.
Gerald.
I have Gerald ranked higher also. Kyle Pitts or Pat Fryermuth at Buffalo?
Muth. They got to
this
throw
is-
to somebody.
This is where I made the cutoff, and I have Pitts at 10 this week. The Bucs have been bad against tight ends this year, so that's one thing that's giving me a little bit of hope, but I think he's like a very low-end tight end one this week at best.
It doesn't even matter if they're good or bad against tight ends because they don't have Kyle Pitts going out to catch the ball. He just blocks for play action so they can throw it to Drake and Olamide.
Yeah. Hopefully better days ahead for Kyle Pitts, but most
Probably not.
likely you should probably leave him on your bench this week. There might be better options out there. Let's get into today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest way to play fantasy football, and you can get started now with their Thursday night contest. Includes Thursday and the London game with $30,000 in prizes. They also have basketball, hockey, and baseball as well if you are interested in those. And when you sign up, make sure you use our promo code SUPERFB for a 100% deposit match of up to $100. If you deposit $50, you get another $50 match free, all the way up to $100 if you want to do that. But just a minimum of $10 is required for that bonus. And again, promo code is SUPERFB, SUPERFB. You can play on Underdog Fantasy app for iOS and Android, or you can sign up online at underdogfantasy.com. All right, let's
Juicy question in chat.
Juicy question in chat. I missed
Juicy,
it.
real juicy.
All right, hold. Drake or Olave?
Olave.
That is
Olave.
a juicy question. I think I have Drake. I actually think I have them right next to each other in my ranks, and I was deciding.
You
I got
also
Olave
think
at
that, like,
22, Drake London at 23.
I
I
mean,
think it
Pitts
depends on Michael Thomas as well coming back.
and Pitts missed practice today. I don't know if that changes anything for anybody, but
I mean,
He
it
might as
doesn't
well
really
not even
change
play.
much. That is a really tough question. I think I would lean towards Olave as well.
What I would
especially if
do-
Thomas is out.
I would spin the fantasy wheel. I would on it. This is like one of those times where it's acceptable. I would spin the wheel. Leave it
Yeah.
up to the fantasy gods.
I like that. I like spinning the wheel in that situation. I mean, you're literally splitting hairs at this point. Both of these guys should have a good week this week. We all have them ranked inside the top 25 wide receivers. So I'm leaning towards Olave, but Drake is also a fine option. I think the majority of us are leaning slightly towards Olave.
Yeah, and Michael Thomas is also missed practice today too. So just like Pitts, I guess that you can factor that in.
All right, let's do our starts and sits, starting with UQ. Who is your start of the week?
Start of the week. I hope Matt is watching because it is Curtis Samuel versus the Titans. Clearly, Carson Wentz's top target I think Jahan Dotson is questionable this week. He may be out already. I don't know. Gets lots of volume, even with a down week last week. And Tennessee allows the third most receiving yards and second most touchdowns to wide receivers. So he's going to get touches as a running back and as a wide receiver. Please start him because he is their best option. And my sit of the week is going to be Michael Carter. The obvious reason is because Breece Hall is probably has taken this backfield over. And Breece played 67% of the snaps last week and 3 targets and goal line work. And has outscored Michael Carter by like 20 or more points in the last 3 weeks. So clearly it's his backfield. Miami's not too nice to running backs anyway. So if he's getting limited work, I wouldn't even consider starting him like the last couple weeks you probably were.
Yeah, I like it. I like both of those starts and sits. T-Gods, start, sit, who we got?
Start. Easily have to start the tight end 5 on the year so far, Tyler Higbee. Absolutely going off. He's had 9 or more targets in 3 of the 4 games. Last week he had 14 targets, and this week he's playing Dallas. Like, sure, Dallas' defense is okay, but their offense is better. They could put up some points, and Higbee's gonna find the end zone this week. I'm telling you. I might be lying, but 14 targets, you love to see that. And tight end 5, like you have to start him. My sit, DJ Moore. I hate him. Wide receiver 51 on the year. Wide receiver 51 on the year, and he's playing the 49ers this year, or not this year. Well, he is playing them this year, but also this week. And they are 6th against receivers, which you don't love to see. And 3 of the 4 games, he has had 3 or fewer receptions.
Yikes.
I know. It's really hurting my soul. I really hope DJ Moore can get back on track, but I'm in agreement with T-God. Sitting him this week is the best move. Yes. My start this week, Chris Godwin. I know people are scared about the injuries and whatnot, but if Chris Godwin is on the field, make sure you start him. He is playing the Falcons as well. They are not that great against the pass. I think they're going to light him up. Chris Godwin got 10 targets in his first game back. He's clearly going to be involved. He's going to be fed by Brady. As long as Godwin's on the field, you're starting him. Just a friendly reminder. Sit this week, Rondale Moore. I know he just came back and he's probably working his way back up, so you're probably sitting him anyways. But just to make sure you're sitting him, the Eagles defense has played very, very well. And Rondale Moore is not someone I'm comfortable starting against this Eagles defense. They're probably going to try to get it all to Hollywood, and even that's going to be tough with Slay on him. But Bradbury has been just as good on the other side. So Rondale Moore, leave him on your bench. Don't get cute this week.
Yeah, and who was your with the Bucks legend Cole Beasley retiring today? That gives more targets for Godwin and Mike Evans. So if you're a little worried about Cole Beasley eating into the targets, don't worry anymore.
He's history. We did get someone talking about a trade in chat. Big trade, full point PPR. He gives Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, and Tyler Lockett. He receives Chubb, James Robinson, and DJ Moore.
Yes.
I think I'm doing that all day, every day.
I wouldn't have to think of it. Literally hit accept instantly.
Yeah, please hit accept. Nick Chubb has been just as good, if not better than Jonathan Taylor this year. James Robinson.
So much better. So much better.
Like I'm saying, like even with the remainder of the season, like Chubb's been rock solid. I think he's tied for first, if not second, running back on the year. And I think that's going to continue. They're relying heavily on him without a good quarterback. James Robinson, lock him in. DJ Moore, we just talked about him being mid and hoping he can get better. But as long as Tyler Lockett's not really a major piece for you, you could easily flex James Robinson there. So Chubb, Robinson, DJ Moore, I would do that. Get those guys on your team. Lil Kev also asked Dameon Pierce ? I assume he's just asking what our thoughts are on him this week. I do think he is a pretty solid start this week against the Jags D. I have him at 15.
I have him at 16.
So yeah, solid RB2. Lock in some Dameon Pierce this week. Let's move on to our game picks. T-Gods, standings, where are we at? Matt, if you are here, drop your picks in the chat as we're going. You may be a little bit delayed from where we are, but we will try to make it work.
So standings, they are a bit hectic at this point. Me and Matt are tied for first with 35. Q and Sean are tied for second with 33.
We like
All
that.
right.
So we're all
Keep it
within
close.
2. And for the record, I would just like to toot my own horn here for a second. Last week, I was on an island by myself for 3 games. I hit all 3 of them. The Jets
impressive.
won, the Falcons won, and the Cowboys won. I just, if you want to make a nice little parlay this week, listen to me.
T-God's picks have been hot. We'll see if that continues this week, starting with Thursday night football. Colts at the Broncos. Who do we got?
Broncos.
Broncos.
And I think
Broncos,
even
Broncos,
if
Broncos.
Jonathan Taylor played, it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, I don't think that would have changed my vote either way. I'm still taking the Broncos. Also, it is probably going to be close because the Broncos have been bad and kept pretty much every game close. But I'm leaning towards the Broncos this week. Give me them all day. Matt, who are you taking in the chat?
I mean, I guess we can just look
I guess
later.
we'll just throw Matt's up when they come up. All right, London game. Giants at the Packers. Who do we got in this one?
I want to take the
Packers.
Giants so bad, but
No, ew, why do you want to take the Giants? You
They-
love that. You love Danny
no,
Dimes.
they just have
Oh my
good
God,
players.
this is Danny Dime stand. Yo, T-Gods might love the star, but you might love Big Blue.
Yeah, but which one's worse? Easily the star.
I'm
I'll
taking
take-
the Packers
I'll
all
take
day.
the Packers.
I am also taking the Packers as well. Clean sweep here, as long as Matt is sweeping as well. Next one, Falcons at the Bucks. Who we got?
Bucks. This is why
Bucks.
Tom Brady's getting a divorce, so you can beat up on the Falcons twice a year.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Bucks. I think they're easily going to win this game. They've lost 2 in a row now, I think. So this is kind of a get-right game for the Bucks.
Luckily, their division is garbage, so they could probably lose the next 3 and still win it.
Yeah. Bears at the Vikings. Who do we got in this one?
Vikings.
Vikings.
This is a get right game for Kirk.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I did think the same thing. I think the Vikings have to bounce back here as well, so I'm taking the Vikings. I'm trying to keep up
All
with
right,
Matt here.
that's
in
about
chat.
to be 4 sweeps here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm scared of this week. I'm like, there's too many sweeps. Like, there's got to be the upset
Don't be
somewhere.
thinking too hard.
I don't know. I
Lions-
don't see any upsets coming so
I know.
far through
I
these
agree.
4.
Lions at the Patriots.
Lions.
This could get juicy. I'm easily taking the Lions though, but it could get juicy.
This
Zappe?
could be a juicy game. Bailey Zappi did not look bad. but
He's literally Mac Jones, but maybe better.
maybe
looks like
better
Mac
and
Jones.
younger. Yeah, I am taking the Lions also. So that's 3 again. Matt may sweep it for us, but let's keep rolling. Texans at the Jags.
Jags.
This one could get juicy too, and I might do it.
I'm tired of thinking the Texans are going to win, and they don't.
I'm not going to do it. Jags are winning.
Yeah, give me the Jaguars. Jaguars bounce back game. Big loss in Philly. They did compete though. This is definitely a get right game for them as well back at home. Chargers at the Browns. Dude, like every game feels way too easy. I hate that. I'm taking the Chargers.
Same.
This game terrifies me because last year this is the game he played the Browns and Justin Herbert dropped 50 on me, and now I play him again this week. Hopefully,
All right.
he cools off a little bit.
You know what? Let's take it a step back. I'm going to take the Texans just to spice it up a little. Just to spice it up.
Whoa. That's bold.
You probably could have done that on a game that might be closer.
Why can't this one be close?
It's not going to be close.
Why?
The 2 games at the end of this thing are going to be a lot closer. Switch back and pick one of them.
I'm not switching back. Damian Pierce is about a munch.
Matt is also taking the Chargers, so clean sweep. My only fear is Chargers run defense stinks, and Nick Chubb is a monster. But I still think the Chargers get it done. I think they are the better team all around. Dolphins at the Jets. Who do we got in this one?
Easy Dolphins sweep.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm taking the Dolphins as well.
Next game's even easier. Oh my God, this is bad.
I told you, dude. I told you. It's scary.
Bills lost to the Steelers last year, week 1, I think.
Gators also taking the Fins. He's beating Matt to the.
He's good.
Matt,
We're
are you
taking
not taking
Gators
the Fins?
answers. Gators answers are Matt's answers.
Steelers at the Bills.
Bills.
I'd bet my whole bank account on this game.
my God.
Any whole bank account. I'm taking the Bills too, though.
I would still stress.
But bro, there's no way the Steelers are winning this game.
No
Yep.
way.
Kenny Pickett, man, first start.
Yeah,
goes
in
off.
Buffalo. In
In
Buffalo,
he
bro.
goes crazy.
Bro. No, I don't even want to speak it into existence. I'm not going to say anything.
Matt's stream got to be so delayed.
Because he's saying, how does Gator know?
It's that airport Wi-Fi.
You just picked the Bills as well. So that's a clean sweep. Again, Seahawks at the Saints.
I'm taking the Seahawks. I mean, the Saints. I'm taking the Saints.
Ooh, juicy. That was a quick switch.
They both start with an S, so it confused me.
Hold on, I don't remember who I picked for this one. I need to check. I am taking the Saints also. I didn't even have to check my picks because I already knew like I didn't pick any upsets through those first ones. Now I'm actually have to check.
I
what
kind of
wrote
want to take the Seahawks. I think
You
if it
won't.
was in Seattle, I'm easily
Oh,
taking
yeah.
the Seahawks.
That's pretty much what swayed me. I picked Saints.
down. Matt picked Saints as well.
You know what? I'm getting juicy again. Maybe last week
He's
got
loving the
to my
island
head.
now.
Maybe-
He's
maybe-
chasing the island.
My confidence is going crazy, but you know what? It's how you win.
All right,
Or
Titans
lose.
at the Commanders. Who we got?
Commanders.
Q, I really want to ride with you, but man, I tried that last week and it bit me in the ass so
Who
hard.
who is Ryan Tannehill throwing it to?
Carson Wentz couldn't beat Cooper Rush.
But that's because that defense is unreal.
Carson Wentz stinks. Give me the Titans.
And Ryan Tannehill's good. Derrick Henry's
Derrick
really-
Henry is good.
So is Curtis Samuel.
Yeah,
Logan
Carson Wentz
Thomas.
has to get him the ball.
I'm
just hate-
taking the Titans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans also.
Q on an island. Q on an island. Q's on an
yes,
island.
I am. This will
Q
be my
on the
break.
island. Matt locks in the Titans. 49ers at the Panthers. We got in this one.
Niners.
Niners. Easy.
Niner.
I also thought about the Panthers in this one, but I'm
Stop
taking
thinking about the
49ers.
Panthers ever.
I know. I need to. I'm taking
It's-
the 49ers.
I'll never pick them because when I think Panthers, at first I think Baker more than I think Christian McCaffrey. So I'm like, mm-mm.
Niners
Mm-mm,
looked too good
mm-mm.
last week to pick against it anyways. Give me the Niners.
So good. Yeah.
Cowboys at the Rams. This one could be juicy, low key.
Yeah.
This could be a shootout. Or maybe not. Rams suck. I forgot.
Yeah, Rams are
Why
bad.
do the Rams suck? I'm still gonna take
But-
them though.
Don't know.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah, you got to take the Rams here.
Maybe because I don't want the Cowboys to be. What are they going to be 4-1 if they win? Maybe think so. I'm in Nat's head apparently.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. I was trying to understand what he
I
was
think.
talking about.
I don't think. Oh, because I said Niner.
Oh. Yeah. Matt picked the Niners. We all took the Rams. Eagles at the Cardinals next.
Eagles.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Easy one. Clean sweep again. Too easy. Sunday night football. Bengals at the Ravens.
This is juice.
Ravens
Juicy,
have
juicy
only
game.
been down in 17 seconds of all their games combined. That's all they've been trailing for all season. 17 seconds. How?
Yeah,
And they're 2-2, right?
2. Yeah.
Give me the
That's
Ravens.
insane. I saw that stat. Oh, Q's so frozen. Oh, you're back.
I'm taking the.
Give me the Ravens.
Fuck. Sunday night
The
football, that's a
Ravens
good
just
game.
win, bro. They
Matt is
just
taking
win
the
games.
Bengals.
Unless it comes to the last second decision.
I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens.
Fuck. Give me the Bengals.
All right. Oh, Matt, you be switching. He said Ravens. He lied.
Wow.
So Q on an island again with the Bengals. He's on an island with Gator. How about that?
Bengals could easily win. I'm not
They
even
easily
upset.
could. They easily could. I'm joking.
Ravens defense shit in the second half.
Raiders at the Chiefs. Who do we got in this one?
Chiefs, only because of that stat, we all thought the Raiders were good against the Chiefs. Is
I
wrong.
swore that Derek Carr always beat the Chiefs. I swore, but I looked it up. Derek Carr is 3-13 versus the Chiefs.
And 0 for 3 in his last 3. Give me the Chiefs as well. Raiders did look good in the bounce back, but I have to go the Chiefs. Just have to.
All right, Gator needs a huge Waller night.
Our Gator, it's going to be hopefully a huge Devontae Adams night.
Chiefs for Matt as well. It's a sweep. That's a wrap for the picks for this week. So Q, without further ado, let's get into some trivia.
Just-
Go ahead.
Just one question for today.
All right. If anyone has any more lineup questions, trade questions, anything, definitely feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll answer them after this. But let's get through the trivia question and get out of here.
I lost it. 1 second.
You buried it in the sand.
Oh, here it is. So it's similar to questions I asked last week or last pod. Who can you name me the top 5 wide receivers that lead in receiving yards? I probably worded that question really weird, but the top 5 receiving yards, they're all wide receivers. Tell me. And chat, please play along.
Top 5 in receiving yards.
Maybe I can get another one. Oh, I thought I could put questions on the screen. I guess I can't. Gators answers are any, of course.
I need 2 more without looking at chat, of course.
All right, I do have another question, so I can do that.
All right. Well, we'll do that one after, but I still need 2 more guys.
I know.
Who has the yards like that, bro?
Don't look at the screen.
I'm not looking at anything.
All right. Oh. No.
I have 1 more. I need. Bro, who's been eating? Why do I choke at these? How do I forget who's good at football after talking about it every week? Like the running back one yesterday, I sucked.
Yeah, you forgot Saquon.
I know. Probably
I think
forgetting
I
the
have
number one. No, I
at
can't
least
be.
4 of these right.
But fuck. This is hard.
Come on, man. 1 more.
All right, I'll write it. I'm not
Just write
confident
it
in
in.
it though.
Write it in.
You
Not
probably
confident.
got it. It's not that difficult. You didn't have
Actually,
to think
I'm
too
changing.
hard. You looked
Yo,
at chat.
you looked at chat.
I did not
You
look at
looked
anything.
chat.
I swear.
Yo, you're
I thought of
cheating.
someone. I swear to
You're
God, I didn't look at
cheating.
anything. All right, I watched my first answer be right.
All right, in order, it is Tyreek Hill,
Got it.
Stephon Diggs,
Got it.
AJ Brown,
Yes.
Cooper Kupp, and
Yes.
Justin Jefferson.
I got all 5.
Damn
Let's
it.
go.
Gator said Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson.
which one was right? Your first one or your
The one I
Made up.
changed was Tyreek Hill. I just remembered him at the end. Because
Mhm.
because it's fair. Because I wrote T. Higgins, and then I thought about the elite wide receiver duos we mentioned earlier on the show, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot Tyreek Hill.
I thought it was a trick, and I just threw in a Monroe. Maybe he just like absolutely was crazy.
Maybe
even
if
though
he
he
played
missed
last
the-
week, he would probably be in this.
Easily would.
This one was perfectly correct.
El Hardy also has a question a little bit.
Matt said Debo. Matt, sorry, that's 4 out of
Off by
5.
one.
Lil Kev went 4 out of 5 as well.
Do you answer
said
the question
Waddle.
first?
Gator said Garrett. Like Garrett Wilson.
It doesn't even matter.
Oh, there
What
was a
other-
question. I did see a question. Now we can do the question right after this last trivia question.
All right. How many teams this year have scored a kick return for a touchdown?
How many?
How many teams have scored a kick return touchdown this year? Only 4 weeks in, so there's not much football to have to go back and.
I already got my
About-
answer.
I'm completely guessing here, and I guessed 1.
It was
I
one.
guessed a donut. Damn
It
it.
was one. Devin Duvernay.
Damn it. I guessed 0.
I'm sorry, I didn't give enough time to the chat. Damn it.
It's okay. Gator said 2. Curly said 3.
Yo,
Shut
they
up.
go
Hard said
crazy.
4.
They're going crazy. Oh my God, so many 4s. 1 4.
I
So many
was gonna
2s.
say,
So many 2s.
3. That's
So many
crazy.
3s.
Matt said 3. Only T Gods gets that one right, apparently. Great job, T Gods. One last question I did see in the chat. Would you trade Brees Hall and Cook? I assume Dalvin Cook, unless it's James Cook, but
No way.
for Chris Godwin and Damian Pierce, his wide receivers are dog shit. I think I would still hold Dalvin Cook and Brees Hall.
Yeah. Well, maybe we feel different about his receivers if he wants to throw him up there.
Godwin's
who-
just been too like,
Yeah.
ouch.
Yeah.
And Brees
I
is
mean,
about to go insane.
I love Godwin, and I'm like, if he's fully healthy, I'm fully sold on him being that elite. But I think Brees is going to get better as the season continues to go on, and Dalvin Cook should get right. I think even this week against the Bears defense, they stink.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he should have better days ahead. Dameon Pierce, I do like, obviously, as well, but I like Dalvin Cook and Brees combined better.
Yeah, I don't mind the trade. I just wish it wasn't Godwin.
Yeah, his wide receivers are kind of dookie. I am still rocking with Deontay, Curtis Samuel, and Judy for one more week, unless you get a better trade offer to get a wide receiver.
Those are decent receivers like at the draft. You drafted them, you're feeling good.
I would leave DJ Moore on the bench out of those 4.
Oh yeah, 100%. Do not start DJ. You can blame me if he pops off this week, but
No,
I don't
if
think
you
it's
are
gonna
able
happen.
to, if you do have another good running back, I would flex a running back over one of them as well, if possible. But I think that is a wrap for this episode. So that's it for the Week 5 preview. We will be back next week with our Week 5 recap on Monday again, and our Week 6 preview on Wednesday. If you have not already, make sure you use our promo code SUPERFB if you're considering using Underdog Fantasy. Also, if you're looking to get a jersey from your favorite player or team, we now have a sponsorship with Fanatics as well. So feel free to check them out at the link in our bio on all platforms, 20% off your order. Make sure you're following us here on Twitch. If you're watching, throw us a sub on YouTube as well. We're also on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, wherever you get your podcast for the audio version. And all social medias, Super Fantasy Bros Podcast. Literally just Google Super Fantasy Bros, and you'll find us Twitter, Instagram, and more. See you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Saw you tomorrow, yesterday. See you guys on Monday. That's a wrap. Peace out.